All right. Yeah. You know what? OBS did it again. It went to default audio. It just decided that what I want to do is wrong. And yeah, you know, but it did play the intro stuff correctly. So it only changed 50% of the settings. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those days, man. Everybody grab a cold can of beer and just say, fuck it. Oh, wait, go for it, barman. Yeah. That's fucked, you know? Yeah. Yeah. It's always just a matter of some stupid thing. Like, you know, we always use the same settings. You open OBS, it always goes to the same things that you used before, but not today. It just decided to change its mind, you know? Okay, thanks. You are. Facty's just being a facty, never mind. Oh, man. Hey, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. They're not kidding. Yeah, no, they're not kidding. You are actually not coming through at all. OBS has really fucked this up. Hold on. I got to figure out what's going on now. Yeah. Okay, so microphone. Okay, hold on here. Wow. Okay, let's see if we're coming in now. You guys say something. Like, I mean, they can hear me, remember? No, they're not. Okay, how about now?
The engine's done.
Yeah. All right, so now it's fixed. Is it fixed? It's fixed now. Nope.
Anything?
Still just text.
No.
Yes, it is.
Now we can't hear Dick.
What?
Talk again,
Okay.
Dick. Let me make sure.
Oh.
Oh, okay. There you go. Now we hear you.
No, I don't hear him on the stream.
Oh, shit in
Yeah.
hell.
In fact, he said we're dickless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why am I suddenly reminded of Ghostbusters?
Hey, Dick, just set it to the voice meter Discord channel for Chromium.
How about a what?
Okay,
You
now
can't- you
let's
can't
see
be-
if we get everybody.
Ugly German Truths.
Yes!
It has nothing to do with how long we've been doing this. It's how long Windows has been changing what we're doing of its own accord.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it turns
that's-
out that OBS fucked up every single audio feed. The only thing that would have been correct the whole evening without screwing with it all like I just did in the background would have been playing the videos straight from OBS. Everything else was wrong. I think it is correct now.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Bloody
So,
Windows. Bloody
everybody-
You
settings.
want to take it from
It
the,
is.
Bloody
it is
you want to
correct.
take it from the top, Barman?
I can't remember where the top was. I think it was somewhere around here where I went, hello! But yeah, we'll start from scratch. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarcastic Barman. We are the very, very, very good at what we do, Shills, apparently. Damn Windows! Yeah, as Colorado biker Pepper says, must be using Windows 10. We are. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves this weekend and got a nice weekend planned. We've got the level of stupid that's going to melt your brains, so you'll want to do absolutely nothing tomorrow, which is perfect. All being well, we have videos aplenty with lots of stupid for you that, yeah, they really are goddamn damn. But let's go around, see who's here, and then we can check everyone's working as we go around. Monsieur Kevin Kennedy, the Kevin in space. Are you here? Are you working? Is your job bubbling?
I just spent like 30 seconds trying to figure out how I could do a gag where people couldn't hear me, but they could, but I couldn't really work out the technical aspect of how to do it so quickly. So, hello, everybody. I'm here, and I'm ready to laugh at stupid. That's all I got.
Whoop, whoop. Laughing at stupid is a good plan. Signorette Colon, are you here, and are you working?
I'm here. I'm not working. I think I've just gone into meltdown.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Colon's internet was playing up at the start of the show, hence why we've now have a new show. Yay! This your Mike Bertelson. What's going on with you? How are you doing?
Pretty good. I had a few computer glitches of my own this week and had to do some reinstalls. Now I'm up and running and drinking beer, so I'm happy. Let's watch some stupid.
Yay! All being well, miss your Dick Dawson so I can hear giggling in the background. His all should be working. Everyone should be able to hear him. Everything fixed now, Dick?
Yeah, but it's not actually set up properly, so I'm just about to click something and hopefully it doesn't go all...
Oh! What?
Here goes. Did he buy to the nuclear bomb, by the way?
Don't push the red button.
Well, while you're playing with buttons, we'll talk to the last and final person who's joining us tonight, the lady in charge of the chat. It's Aimee!
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? So far, so good here. I haven't broken anything at home, so that must be what's going on. I put a wrinkle in the universe, so I'm sorry about that. So thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm ready for some stupid, and let's trounce that dumb.
Yay!
The dum.
We've actually got a video list for tonight, so I can randomly pick some, or do you want to do them in a specific order, Dick, or can I just pick them at random? Cool. So the one that did catch my eye was the same one that caught Mike's eye, which is show me your bendy water or shut up. Everyone fancy a bit of that one, or do you want me to go through the rest of the list, everyone?
No, let's watch that.
It'll be good. It's not that long, so enjoy.
Hang on. I need to turn on a tap really quickly so I can remember what bendy water looks like because it's that common.
I love it. So yeah, it's video number 4. Show me your bendy water or shut up by Poncho Pete.
You mean the water doesn't come out of your tap as a square?
798 days of your bullshit. One picture of bendy water or one peer-reviewed paper that shows them in motion.
One
I've got the
peer-reviewed
Midas
paper
and Morley.
that shows.
I've got the Staniak
pause.
experiment. I've got the
Yes, I see you're on fast speed there, by the way, Dick.
He wants one peer-reviewed paper that proves motion, and then cites Michelson Morley, which relies on motion to work.
Yes. He's obviously never read Michelson Morley or has never read Aries Failure.
He's doing the same thing because every time a Flurf cites the Michelson Morley, they don't do it very much anymore. Have you noticed that? It's because we've started to ask them, okay, show me specifically the part of the experiment that proved the Earth had no motion. And they flumber and fail completely because they've got nothing. The closest they have is the words of Albert Michelson, where he said, the results on ether drag and the relative movement of Earth are decidedly negative. They just ignore what the word relative means.
Right. They're talking about the ether drag. That's what they're talking about relative to the motion. He didn't say there wasn't motion. He said that there's no drag of the ether due to the motion. It never even occurred to him to clarify that statement for these idiots, to say, yes, the Earth actually did move, but we didn't detect drag of the ether.
Yeah.
Because why would you?
Ugly German Truths, you're right. Michelson Morley even mentions the orbit of the Earth, doesn't it? It does. Yeah. It expected to find different amounts of drag at different times of the year, because if the ether is moving in a certain direction, then at certain times of the year, the Earth is going to be moving parallel to it, so you're not going to get as much drag. And then at other times, it's going to be moving perpendicular to it and get way more drag. Why do I hear a phone ringing?
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
So
And the
Kevin, go on, Mike.
I was going to say the interesting thing is if you read the abstract on the paper, he talks about his experiment is relying on the fact that the Earth does rotate and move around and orbits the sun. That's the whole purpose of his experiment, is to use those facts to detect ether.
Yeah.
So it's cherry picking and then subsequent parroting like crazy. That's what's going on. He's just another flat Earth parrot.
He also mentioned the Sagnac effect. Can someone explain that in better detail than I can? Because I'm not very good with that.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We need AB for that one, I think.
I'll give it a little go. It's basically the interferometer for a fiber optic gyroscope. The idea is you fire light out, it splits it into red and blue. It travels down two different paths, but then reconvenes. If it's stationary, they reconvene together. If it's actually rotating, then it reconvenes at slightly differentiated wavelengths. So it's slightly out of sync. And
So
it's
wait,
that
yeah.
out of sync you measure.
But I'm not sure how it does how the Sagnac effect is that though.
I looked it up. The difference is caused by the Earth's rotation.
Yes.
So, and he in the video said, "We've got the Sagnac effect." No, you don't. The globe has that.
It doesn't.
Yes.
And,
Well,
it
all
actually
three
works.
of those. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say it actually works not just on the rotation of the Earth, but it also works on the rotation of the Earth around the sun, because it will actually measure the change as we actually. So it's not just degrees per hour. You can actually see a change in it incrementally as it goes around the orbit of the sun.
Thanks, Bob.
Gotta love Bob for it all.
Yeah. All right, let's see what other stupidity, logical fallacy. I'm a flat Earth parrot. We've got.
It's worth mentioning. The video might be muted for some reason. We're working on figuring that out. But also, I don't think this video has any dialogue to it, so it should be okay. Really.
It
does have dialogue, and it's running a little fast. I think Dick's got it on fast speed on playback.
Well, 102. So, I mean, I'm not sure that you can actually perceive that. Maybe.
All right.
Especially considering the first thing we saw was a time lapse. How the hell do you determine that?
Maybe because I've watched this video before.
Yeah. Okay, shall I give her a bit then?
Oh yeah.
Do it. I'll see what I can do in the background about audio. So far, I've reset most of this shit. I think it was the Windows Update reset. Everything is what it looks like now. But anyway, here we go.
Oh, apparently they can do it anyway.
Fuck, man. God damn it. Here we go.
Yeah, and I've got the interferometer. 4 tests that show I'm not in motion. All 4
He's got
were
an
acknowledged by shoot, and ignored. Because
had it for a
the
second.
conclusion was
It's low on us.
and would have destroyed Side. All of Rothschild, whoever you want to blame, top of this.
He's one of those.
End off. Show me your bendy water.
Show me that the Rothschilds and Rockachilds and everything else are in charge of the world, and that they've been in charge of the world for as long as we've known the world's fucking round. So what? 2,500 years, fucker? No. Stop being stupid.
Hasn't NASA been around that long?
No, NASA's only been around since Jesus' time. He started NASA. When he went and flipped all those tables up, he was like, God damn, you go and do something creative. Make up a globe.
That's right. Oh, dear God.
Now, so I have to ask, why is it every time there's an angry British flat earther, why are they always the kind of British person that can't pronounce the T in words? Show me your bendy water.
Such a bad.
There's a T in that word, sir.
Well, can either of you guys tell where he's from, Colin? And
I'm not too sure. I'll have a quick think. I knew we need to get Aimee in when we have a second. So, Colin, you do yours, and then Aimee.
Yeah, I was going to say that Poncho Pete was around for a while, but he kind of went over the edge. So this was kind of a homage back to when he was still throwing shit out there. And I mean, going over the edge, he actually pulled a knife on somebody trying to get into his house, and got arrested by the police.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a bit of an over-the-top guy.
Tripped off the line.
Ugly German Truth has brought it to my attention. This is an important point. The reason he can't pronounce the T's is because Kent Hovind needs extra T's in order to say water.
He stole the T's.
There you go. We've got a super chat, please.
I'm not reading it.
What?
Mia said it.
Read it.
Mia said it.
Read it.
Daybreaker Blend for 5 Swiss cheese said for Mr. Dawson. Daybreaker Blend for 5 Swiss francs said for Mr. Dawson. Get yourself a beer, man. You deserve it 200%. Run hard. I'll let everybody drink.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Daybreaker.
Don't mind.
That's a good one.
Don't mind
I think Matt was right the first time. That's it. From now on, it's going to be Swiss cheese. Just stuff the francs, Swiss cheese. Same with we got Swiss cheese
funny.
and Donkey Kong dollars. So we'll have a list.
Definitely got to get paid in Swiss cheese. Nice.
Yeah. Any more points? More video?
Video.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Okay, 1 second here. I was in the background doing something. All right, here we go.
Shut up.
Oh,
not.
did it just end?
Was that it?
That was it.
Oh, that was it. So that was it.
So he wants
wow.
to see bendy water. And that was his whole thing. Okay, go outside, go to the beach, look at the tides. Because if the water's not bending for a tide, that's going to be a really fucking scary tide when it could be like 6 foot difference. That giant wall of water's coming towards you. Fucking knob.
Or just run a tap and put your finger under it and watch the water curve around it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike.
Well, the other thing that gets me about the whole bendy water argument is the flat earthers are always complaining about us presupposing things. Well, in order to make the bendy water argument that they're trying to make, they have to presuppose, one, that gravity doesn't exist, and two, the earth isn't a globe. You have to disprove both of those. And by the way, gravity is the most studied subject in the history of physics, so you've got a lot of peer-reviewed documentation to go through. Just saying. Talk about presupposing, hypocrite.
Any other points from anyone?
Well, he said
yes,
what?
please.
Oh, sorry, Aimee, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to say, back to that bendy water. Can you imagine a Minecraft tide coming in every day? The only time I could ever think of that happening is when it's really damn cold out. And all you have to do to test the bendy water thing is just pour a glass of water. I mean, it's that simple. Pour it from a pitcher into your glass. You're going to see it bend because it doesn't come out stick straight. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't come out stick straight and square shaped.
Love it.
Exactly.
Now, he mentioned having he said he had 4 experiments that say the Earth doesn't rotate. I guarantee all of them actually do say the Earth rotates.
Well, he says, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, if he wants to pull the numbers game, I've got 8 experiments found at mctune.net/rotation that show the rotation of the Earth. You got Foucault's pendulum. You got a word with 2 umlauts that I can't pronounce. Eötvös effect, optical gyroscopes. You've got a whole bunch of government documents on it, corrections for artillery firing, all kinds of stuff that involves the rotation of the Earth.
You got to love mctune.net. It's such a handy site.
Yeah.
Yep, and he doesn't actually show my favorite one, which is the Soyuz space rocket that with a normal standard gyroscope that shut itself down after 27 minutes because it had actually gone off kilter as the planet rotated on a launch back in 1967.
Oh shit.
So up yours. Normal gyroscope, not an optical one.
Yeah, but rockets are only balloons.
Sorry. Yes, that's right.
But it makes perfect sense that happened in 1967, though, because first couple years there might have been some mistakes, but up until then, the words Soyuz and accident were always so far apart.
Oh yeah, they had plenty of accidents.
Right, we better pick another video then, unless anyone's got anything else they want to say about that one.
Well, I did want to say he talked about one peer-reviewed study. What the fuck is that? Has anybody ever seen a peer-reviewed flat Earth study?
Well, he thinks Michelson-Morley disproves the rotation of the Earth, and that is peer-reviewed. So that's probably what he's referring to. He's just too stupid to know how wrong he's got it.
Yeah, so I guess. And of the ones that you mentioned off of MC Toon's website, the Foucault pendulum is, like, in my opinion, one of the better ones, because not only does it show the rotation of the Earth, but it's also a demonstration of the Coriolis effect, and you can, by its motion, you can either predict its motion or use its motion to predict whether you're north or south of the equator and what your latitude is. So there's all kinds of stuff on Foucault's pendulum that proves the rotation of the Earth.
There's one thing, Mike, you totally missed there. When it comes to the flat Earth community, peer review and circle jerk are interchangeable. So, you know.
Okay. There you go then.
Yeah.
Well, isn't peer review for flat Earth? Oh, this got good comments as long as they ignore all the other comments and block people.
If you block those people, then you got no problems. Peer review set.
Yeah.
Game, set, and match.
There you go.
God, I actually got to say, because this is relevant to peer review, I recently came across someone who insisted I watch a quote-unquote documentary called American Moon. I think I eventually am going to watch all of it and do a review on the whole thing. Problem is, it's 3.5 hours long, but the beginning of it, it says specifically, this is our copyrighted property, and you cannot reproduce any part of it for any reason ever. So for that reason, I am going to reproduce part of it for the purposes of fair use to teach them how the law works.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Has to be done at that point, doesn't it?
God, yeah.
Yeah, and saying you can't reproduce this anywhere ever is like the most thinly veiled, I don't want you debunking me statement I've ever heard.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm telling.
Yeah. Try to debunk me, and then I'll copyright strike you.
Yeah.
That's what they'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Make my day.
The only worry is how shitty YouTube's copywriting thing is. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I'll fight tooth and nail with it, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just appeal it once, and then I'll tie it up, and then someone else do a review so that they can copyright strike them, and then that sets up a pattern.
If about 3 of us released it on the same day, they'd go mad. It'd be awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I'm in on that then.
A three-parter, that'd be fun.
I can't, I can't even say DKG's comment out loud because it doesn't translate, but just read what he said about TripAdvisor.
There's loads of peer reviews on TripAdvisor. Oh, there's a load of great ones for Snowdon Mountain in Wales, and it's like, yeah, there's no Wi-Fi at the top. The path was horrendous. I went up in my sandals and I almost fell off. It's a fucking mountain in a national park, you dickheads.
Remember, Barman.
Climb a mountain.
Barman, just remember, the best peer review is in Wigan. The Wigan Pier.
That's funny. That's terrible. That's terrible.
For anybody who doesn't get the joke on that, Wigan Pier. Wigan is actually inland. It doesn't have a coastline, but it's still got a pier.
Oh, well, that's interesting. A pier without water.
That's the
Isn't
one.
that just a bridge to nowhere?
Basically, yeah.
That's good. Right. Should we pick another video, ladies and gentlemen?
I do believe.
Right. I've got a choice of 3 here. I think I know which one's going to get picked, though. But we got Top Gun proves flat Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea how excited Dick was and then wasn't.
I'm sorry. Cyberchat coronavirus spread by reptilian shapeshifter.
Oh, God.
Or the last choice, jacuzzis are deadly.
Oh, my God.
Jacuzzi?
Yeah. Yeah, Dick, don't forget that if it goes for the Top Gun one, you've got to mute it. It is audio we can't play.
Yeah.
Is it Kenny Loggins?
No.
I don't know the name. So
I'm
what
very intrigued. I'm very intrigued by the reptilian shapeshifter one because I haven't seen a reptilian shapeshifter video in a while.
Oh, and cyberchat coronavirus as well. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, so coronavirus and a reptilian shapeshifter, how are they related?
Well, I really like the shapeshifter one, especially since Matt told me that Donald Trump was a shapeshifting lizard one day driving in the car.
Yeah.
So that was perfect.
Has anyone ever seen that clip where he's looking down at something and then he looks up as if about to say something to somebody, and I think he had like an old man dry mouth moment, but he just hisses at them.
Oh, Donald Trump.
And then he runs off.
He will never stop being a joke, will he? Oh.
No.
And no one will ever miss him ever.
No. So, in which case, then, we're looking at cyberchat coronavirus spread by reptilian shapeshifters, Mike Bloomberg. Video number 9 on my list of video-y things, Dick, when you're ready.
Got it. Again, I'm seeing this and I'm not believing what I'm seeing. So careful what you fucking wish for, people. I mean,
Bloomberg, the mayor of New York, probably not the same guy.
Yeah, it is the same guy.
What is? It's that Bloomberg.
Yeah, it's that Bloomberg.
Oh, he's the shapeshifter. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently so. Oh boy.
shall I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cyberchat.
Still don't hear
welcome
it.
to this next installation in Cyberchat. I'm your host.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hear
What does that say?
Orthogonal reptilian.
Humanoid reptilian.
Orthogonal reptilian.
The Synthetic News Network. Yeah. Because that's a real thing.
So today,
We got to get something sorted here because this guy's talking a lot and we're not hearing any of it.
Yeah, we're not getting it through.
The stream is, but we're not.
The stream is here.
Oh, you're
Yes.
not. I'm feeding it right to you guys through the goddamn info Shills account too. Like, what the hell? Really?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
it comes through on stream, but it's not coming through in the meet for some reason.
Okay, let me just change. Hold on.
Your settings are coming up on the screen too.
Yeah, that's okay. I can't help that right now.
Yeah, I had the same problem today when we were running the Mega Mirror. I had to sort the audio out before the stream. Obviously,
here.
it was that Windows update.
Yeah, hold on here.
I got kind of lucky with the Windows update this week, and it usually keeps me from my work.
Do you guys hear this now?
Yes.
Yep. Yes, we do.
All right, welcome to this
All right.
next installation in Cyberchat. I'm your host, Dave.
Installments. The word is
And
installments.
With me, I have an esteemed guest. You might have met him on a prior show. Friend of the show, Orthogonal Reptilian.
Phasing in.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for joining us. So today, I wanted to talk to you because, after all, you are reptilian, and I thought you might have some interesting insight on our man Bloomberg over here. And I thought it was pretty apropos because of all this hype around the coronavirus, and he's over here licking his fingers and tearing pieces of pizza off, throwing it back in the box, and then like touching the coffee maker. So I wanted to get your take. I mean, he looks rather reptilian in nature while he's doing this. I don't know what you or the viewers will think, but let's take a look here at old Bloomberg.
What the actual fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I might have picked a bad time to pause it because I guess he's about to show us, but like looked reptilian in nature. Well, except for like the hair and skin and warm blood and clothes and upright posture and basically everything.
Other than being a human.
Let's just throw something out there. We've got a guy whose avatar, rest in peace, Dave, looks more reptilian than my bloody Bloomberg. Yeah. And his guest. What the hell?
Yeah.
They said that he's really coming through really quiet, Dick.
Yeah, I can see it in OBS, but right now I'm not sure if it's actually turning it up or not. I don't know if I really trust this shit, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah, for all I know, maybe I just turned it up. Maybe I didn't. We'll see. I don't know. I can't say.
220, 221, whatever it takes.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, it's so.
Oh man. We'll try. We'll see. Should we push play and see if it's louder?
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see Mike Bloomberg be
Okay.
gross.
There's no audio, unfortunately, because I think this was uploaded on TikTok. So it was probably not something that the campaign thought was
that
gonna be
doesn't
around
follow.
for very long. But with the internet, nothing is temporary. It's all permanent. Somebody's recording it or screen capping it or whatever. So anyway,
Get to it.
This out.
Get on with it. And
Couldn't full screen it or.
And the reason this really made news is because Trump had tweeted out or Instagrammed out, hey, Mini Mike, don't lick your nasty, dirty fingers. It's a hazard to yourself and others. And, Trump is always really good with his timing and taking advantage of these sort of situations. And so, it's funny to me because...
Pause.
Yeah, I don't want to. As much as it pains me to say it, Trump is right there. You shouldn't be doing that. It's pretty freaking gross. I don't understand how this makes Mike Bloomberg a reptilian and not just an out-of-touch old man. I don't understand how everyone keeps forgetting that politicians are freaking dinosaurs. They're all so old and out of touch.
I was wondering, is that the whole video? Because I am still waiting for he looks reptilian.
Oh, no, there's
we got lots.
18 odd minutes of this.
No, I mean Bloomberg. Because he said here.
There's not much more of the Bloomberg video, but they do go over it a lot.
Huh.
How does it make it? Surely, if he was a reptilian, he would have opened the box and then just gone with his tongue and not even had to touch the food. That would have made him a reptilian. At this point, it just, as Kevin says, old person licks fingers.
Or how about, I don't know, maybe if he tilted his head back and swallowed it whole because he can't chew properly, because that's what reptiles do.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dick, go ahead.
Until I see him lay some fucking eggs, I'm just not convinced.
That would be a neat trick.
That would.
Yeah. Yep. Shit me a fruit salad, prove you're an alien or whatever, right?
Yeah, I was going to throw in. Yeah, I was going to throw some context in on this one. The only reason why I picked up on Sarcastic News Network, CNN, was because a certain Jokely recently did an interview with him regarding him as a very good YouTuber with lots of good information. Yeah, this kind of explains it's shit.
CNN is kind of funny too, because that's the mythical news network on NCIS.
I was thinking that has to be a real thing, CNN. Like, basically every parody of CNN that can exist has existed. I would have thought CNN would have been the news network in the zombie apocalypse.
It could be, but no, it's on NCIS, so CNN. Zap.
Zin. Maybe she'd go and get a show on that channel, on that network.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I point out one quick thing as well? So obviously we had a fuck up tonight with our stuff, and we had to quickly get the set together, quickly get the sound together and stuff like that. And Dick had you had 5 minutes of sorting out to get it all ready?
At most, yeah.
You've done a better fucking job than this guy who's set up this stream with a little shitty picture of whoever's channel he's talking to, his shitty avatar, and then the shittest quality TikTok video in the entire universe that he didn't even bother to make full screen. The fuck?
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Holy fuck, right? At least make an effort. Holy.
Exactly.
Wow.
Ooh. I just looked it up, and guys, pick a better name for your little channel, ZNN, because ZNN may refer to a fictional television news station in several Paramount Pictures productions, the .znn file extension for certain zip files, and also the Zootopia News Network.
just found that one.
Zootopia News. Wow, I like that one. That's a good one.
But it's also what do you call it? A three-letter code thing for stock markets for a company called Xenon.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Poor choice of name.
Yeah, they make bread baskets. Yeah.
Is that real?
No,
you making that
no,
up?
I'm kidding. Yeah, I just made that up.
Ugly German Truce in chat. He is catering to idiots. They're not bloody picky with everything, promising them they are correct.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, that'll do. We'll just lie to these fuckers.
You're not wrong.
No,
Totally.
no.
I mean, look at Validation Boy's entire existence is based on purely that.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
More lizardy man.
Lizard away.
The other day, just on ABC, whatever, three-letter agency news network was being served up to me on YouTube. They were talking about all the extraordinary measures being taken now at airports across the country to fight the coronavirus, and it shows a bunch of TSA agents and people like wiping down the handrails and the seats and shit. And I'm just like, y'all weren't already doing this? This is an extraordinary effort. But then we got, people running for president here. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, I know you're sort of related to him, but he looks like a freaking reptilian.
I'm still waiting for any kind of citation on that, but I think it's being way too generous to say Mike Bloomberg was running for president. I mean, while technically accurate, I don't think he ever had more than 1% support. Like, there was like him and one other guy who the entire time they were in the running had no support. So I think it's very generous to say Mike Bloomberg was running for president.
And the other thing is too that they do cleaning, but now they're like sanitizing between every so many people. So that is different.
Right.
It's kind of just a little disingenuous to
say that. They don't really understand the concept of B-roll either. Like a news network describes the TSA stepping up their policies, and then they have B-roll as like, here's an example. It's not here's everything that they're doing.
Right. This is what they're doing constantly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They no longer actually check any people. They just sanitize.
Yeah. And to be fair, any sort of thing to do with mass public transport, they're always going to do the quickest, easiest, simplest thing they can do because they want to make money. Welcome to fucking commercialism. Capitalism for the win. If it'd been in that,
at least in the U.S., there is code on that, health code on there's certain sanitizers they use to clean with, but they don't have to do it like 5 times a day. That's usually the end of the day thing.
Mm-hmm. More video?
Should we hear about how he totally looks like a reptilian?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm still waiting for that part.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be doing that for a while.
The resemblance is uncanny, and let me tell you, he is just cleaning his scales. He's scent marking the
What is he
pizza.
talking about?
For anyone who's not aware of this creature. And his constituents that orbit this reptile.
Because people don't eat.
But, by the way, of course, he's dropped out at this point, I understand.
Shortly after this. But
I've tried not to pay too much attention to it, but I don't believe it was the coronavirus frenzy was at a fever pitch just yet.
Pause. This is a fucking joke. Are you kidding me? Like... So far, his evidence for he looks reptilian. One guy offhandedly said he's hunched over, which is, what elderly people do when their bones start to break down. And then he said something about cleaning his scales. Do you know how reptiles clean their scales? Like every other animal, in the water.
Yeah,
you don't go up to some donuts and start friggin' fingering them. What the hell is that?
Yeah, and he said he was scenting. Like, I did not see urination.
The freaking guy's 79 or 80 years old, something like that. I mean, Jesus Christ, what the hell? He
was-
looks like an old guy. He looks like you would expect an old guy to be looking.
Yeah.
Do we think this comes down to here we have the bloke doing the video has never actually left his mum's basement, doesn't actually know anything about the real world, and only watches silly YouTube videos and goes, "This must be a lizard because it's old and flaky and looks a bit weird." Because that's the only thing I can think of. It's just an old, just a fucking old person. He's got hair, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to remind everybody, this is the channel that Jokely went on recently or had an interview with and said they were a good network of good information.
Well,
holy crap.
Now there's an endorsement for you.
Okay, riddle me this. You're a shape-shifting lizard from fucking, galaxy far, far away, and you come to enslave the human race through the politicians. Why would you morph into an old man? Why would you not be somebody that's like still 45 and can actually like move and groove and do things? It makes no fucking sense.
A charismatic kind of politician, yep.
The Simpsons answered this for us. It's because it's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us.
That's funny.
I think I'll vote for a third-party candidate. Go ahead. Throw your vote away.
They're not wrong.
No.
That's funny, man.
Colorado Biker Pepper in the chat. How about a hot supermodel? It's like, well, yes. If you could turn into anyone, let's be fair, you're going to go with someone who's young, attractive, so you can get all these women or men, so you can eat them because you're a reptilian. You wouldn't eat fucking meat.
I'll say
cheese would be good.
That's the only redeeming part of the third Terminator movie that nobody remembers is the Terminator dresses up like a supermodel that it sees on a billboard, and then it sees a very busty woman on a billboard, so it makes its tits bigger.
Yes. Yes.
That's the only redeeming part of the movie. That's funny.
Wow.
Oh, God. You have to enjoy the bit where the robot basically had an orgasm when it tasted John Connor's blood.
That was pretty silly.
Yeah, it was kind of silly.
Oh, right. More video. Oh, we've been joined. Someone snuck in.
Yeah.
A reptilian shapeshifter has joined us.
Hello, everyone. I was seeing you having way too much fun with reptilians, so I thought I'd join.
Yay!
Yeah, it's a good
Yay.
one.
We
Well, I
have
don't know about a good one, but it's reptilian anyway.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Reptiles drink milk? Are they lactose intolerant? Does anyone know? Because they never would have had any sort of genetic thing for having milk.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder.
So that would be amusing as hell. Yeah, reptiles can't have milk because they never needed to, so it'll just make them shit. So, if the guy shits himself in the next 2 minutes, then that's obviously proof he's a reptile. Also,
I do not want to see that.
So are we going to have the Salem reptile trials?
Oh, there you go.
So less drowning and more shitting.
More shit. Make them drink milk. How do you tell
Are
it's
we
reptilian?
Gangs of people wandering the streets with jugs of milk and bedpans.
There's an old rich guy. Get him.
He's pooped his pants. It's his reptile.
Play the video. Do it.
And I just, I want to call it now. Historically, there's so many interesting campaigns, or rather relationships between estates and its citizenry, specifically with campaigns regarding sanitization or sanitizing. And I'm interested to see where this language goes, regarding just the infected or those who need to be cleansed.
Well, yeah, a lot of insurance companies are offering free coronavirus.
That's getting the goat.
Yay!
Yeah, what did he say? the infected must be cleansed. What the is this a biblical prophecy now?
That was, but
I got nothing.
You can't do that. It's modern life, and you just, oh man, that's bad. Because when somebody speaks like that, we know they don't mean bathed.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Generally, when some kind of zealot talks about a cleansing, it's usually like an ethnic cleansing, something like that.
Yeah.
You don't really want to have happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
something shitty like that. Yeah. This was bad. This guy watches way too much V, I think, growing up.
Yeah.
Anybody know the origin of the reptilian conspiracy theories?
Could have been. You never know.
What did you say, Barman?
Wasn't it David Icke? Was he one of the first ones on that? I'm not sure.
Oh, I think it goes back farther than that.
I bet he's probably like the early popularizer of it.
I seem to remember.
Michael Barkin, professor of political science at Syracuse University, posits the idea of a reptilian conspiracy originated in the fiction of Conan the Barbarian. What?
What?
Yeah, because in the original Conan film, the guy was a giant snake, and it was the snake.
Yeah, the serpent men. Yeah, and the thing is, Conan was written in like 1800 and something. It was.
Yeah. Well, I remember hearing about this in the 70s. So, I don't know. Probably goes back. Probably goes back to Daniken somehow. So,
I was just gonna say it's probably that fucking crazy Dutchman.
It looks like Ike is the big popularizer of it in like post 2000. But there's a lot of different ideas on where it might have started, which is interesting because it's all just there's so many people who wrote fiction about reptilian aliens that we literally don't know where the conspiracy was picked up from.
Yeah. Wow.
Does it ever amuse people that people take Ike seriously? This is a guy who walked onto a TV show and told everyone he was Jesus. Let's listen to him about shit like that.
That's not crazy.
Ike really did that?
Yeah. Colon, you remember? Was it? It was Wogan. Who was he on TV with?
Yeah, it was the Terry Wogan show back in around about the 1980s, early 80s. So it's a long time ago, and we've known he's a nutter since then.
Yeah, because he walked on in a fluorescent tracksuit as well, so it must have been the 80s.
Oh, yeah, the shell suit. Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, velour tracksuit. Yep.
I didn't know that about Ike, and that's concerning because, does anyone remember the last time a man went on TV frequently claiming he was Jesus? That would be like the Aum Shinrikyo cult from Japan.
Oh.
Who carried out a sarin attack on the Tokyo subway.
Yeah.
But that guy regularly went on TV and said he was the reincarnation of Jesus. So interesting.
Yeah.
That is it.
Well, you have to have a certain level of Looney Tune in your head to be able to make that claim anyway. So
yeah.
Was that intentionally Woody Woodpecker?
Yeah, I just did it really
Right. Well, now that Fecker's gone, should we pick another video? Any more points on it?
No. Go on.
Oh, double.
I do want to reiterate that what Bloomberg did on video there is extremely gross.
Yes.
Pandemic or not, it's extremely gross. He went and licked his fingers and things. He went and touched 500 other things before he washed his hands.
I bet. 5 people afterwards.
Yeah.
I've had 500 people before that, so just even worse for him. Tony Regime's just put in chat that it was 91 that Ike was on Wogan, although he thought it was the 80s as well.
Ooh, thank you.
So he's dressed a little retro, I guess, huh?
Yeah, early 90s, you still get people wearing stupid tracksuits like that.
Giving it a bit of the JK.
Yeah. Right then. So more video times. I'm going to leave in jacuzzis are deadly because I thought that one was going to do well. The truth about alcohol, etymology, and symbolism. Please share. Sequel coming. Or our last choice on these ones. Have you ever heard of a film called Level? #Shadowband.
Oh wow.
#Shadow
banning is not what you say when somebody doesn't want to watch something because they're stupid. Because it's stupid, right?
Yeah, shadow ban is definitely the go-to for like, I think I'm being suppressed, but I have absolutely no evidence of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's right.
Also, I've heard of the film called Level. I'm pretty sure it belongs to Dubé.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yes, it's coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Yes, because apparently no one at Amazon knows who he is or what the movie's about.
Yeah.
So
just reiterate that Amazon is propping up a man who is a literal neo-Nazi.
Yes.
Yeah. We're so going to have to cover that when it comes out, though.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It is just as stupid as we think it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, imagine it can't be anything but.
Well, no, it could. Imagine he came out, did the film, and just the whole way through the film, the entire film was him proving the globe Earth the whole way around, and then at the very end said, "Yeah, so these last few years I've been working on things, and yeah, the world's round, everybody." How many people would be pissed off with him?
Pull it right to hand.
Yep. So, which one?
Can we just call that guy Jerk Off for short?
Yeah. J.O. Yes.
Oh, that'd be good. So, are we going for the shadow band one then?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Right. So, yeah, have you ever heard of a film called Level? #Shadowban, please, Dick. Number 6.
It's not quite lining up. Yeah. I just got a little lineup to do. This one's fucked. Okay, there we go.
How could it be shadow banned if it's actually on Amazon Prime?
And not out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you shadow ban something that doesn't exist yet?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's still technically vaporware. Come on. Right? What? All right, here we go. How to shadow ban something that hasn't been released yet. Part 1.
Alrighty then.
Oh God.
Is there come on, you can make a point here sooner or later, can't you?
So the wife is at work.
You kidding? His brother that owns the house.
Did you just put a 2x4 in there? What was that?
That was the fakest shit I've ever seen. Is he treating that like it's a real... He put his hands in the flames.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, he did.
And then just brush it off nonchalantly.
Yes, like, okay.
But I think it's a gas fireplace, which if I remember correctly on how they work, you don't need to burn wood. They just light at all times.
Yes,
yeah. They're fake.
Well, he must be a reptilian.
Keep warm.
Warm-blooded.
Hey, let's see if he's got to make a point.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out how absurd that was, what he just did.
Yeah, it looked.
It was.
And when the people come home that actually own that house, I think they're going to be pissed he's in it. But,
Why are you putting wood in my gas fireplace?
And who are you? Get out of here. All right, here we go.
Honey, that flat earther's in our house again.
Can we shoot him?
So one of the main questions
is this flat earth millionaire guy? No.
Regarding our plane of existence is, what difference does it make? What's it matter? What's it matter the shape of the earth? 800,000 children are still
you're right. It's flat earth millionaire
People are still going to commit murder. People are going to still act up. That's the PG way I can put it.
Up.
Okay, pause.
It doesn't.
I hate to do it, but like anyone who says that, what does it matter if the Earth is flat or round? Anyone who says that hasn't really considered that question, no matter what side they're on of the debate, because it has huge ramifications. In one world, you can't go anywhere ever. In another world, you can go anywhere.
Yes.
There's a huge difference. In Flat Earth, there is nothing outside the Flat Earth. And that is why it makes a difference, because it teaches you there's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing to expand upon. Just live here, die, and go to heaven.
That's right. Or hell.
Or hell.
No.
Yes.
Well, no. In theory, unless you're really bad, we're all going to heaven, because don't forget, Jesus died so we could all go to heaven. So as long as we take God into our hearts and confess, we're all going to heaven. So really, yeah.
And Pope Francis said that atheists can go to heaven as long as they're nice.
Yeah.
As long as they're nice atheists.
Yeah.
Well, that is a really, really, really good point, because if the Earth was flat, there is nothing. We are nothing. We are just pets in a terrarium.
Right.
That's it.
That's the worst thing, is like when you really look at it, we very much start to look like hamsters in a little like hamster ball.
Yes.
We'd make great pets.
Entertaining.
Entertaining, yes. I don't know about a great pet. Would you want some of us for pets? Holy shit.
No, it's actually a song by Jane's Addiction.
Oh,
that's
there you go.
That's why I said it. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I'm just imagining
completely.
Now I'm imagining God watching the end of World War II with this little terrarium going, "Oh, they're really gonna drop it? No way."
Hey, maybe go on, Mike.
I remember a Far Side comic where God's sitting there and he's got this big pot with the globe in it, and he goes, and just to make it interesting, he's pouring in the last ingredient and it's labeled jerks.
Maybe we're all just actually on Bender's ass. We just haven't expanded enough to find Bender yet.
We're in a locker.
Yes. Who doesn't understand what soft furnishings are, or where to pick where you record, or why he's so fucking far away, or literally he's just going to shit.
How to center a shot. Like he's going for symmetry, but he's way off.
Yeah, well, he's also taking up like 5% of the screen. It's like, dude, we don't give a shit about the big screen or your gas fireplace that you just put a 2x4 in.
Having a big TV nowadays isn't even like, oh yeah, you got a big TV. You got a big TV. Oh, well. What, you haven't got a fucking projector and a roll down automatic screen and like 7.1 surround sound? Fuck off.
Yeah. Well, that's me, but
show off.
Yeah. I know I don't have the automatic screen yet, but this is ridiculous. Like that TV looks like it's got thicker bezels than like a computer from the 80s too. It looks like it's an old plasma or something, but I truly believe this guy's probably a break and enter artist and it's not even his own.
Also, Mark Beiser said, if we're just living in God's snow globe, what happens to us if he has guests over and one of them picks it up and shakes it? I think we know what happens. The last time that happened, an entire clade of animals disappeared from the earth.
Yeah. Those are extinction level events, right? That's when God throws a party.
And you thought it was an asteroid.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where he's going to make a point.
Chicxulub is actually the maid's name, and she was just dusting that day.
That's right. So cheese, you got your hand up.
I was just thinking, and I've been messing around with Google Meets, which is why I didn't say it earlier. The intro to this music is kind of interesting. I think had it been Barry White or some kind of 70s slap bass, this would have been a very, very different video we were watching. Just stoking the fire, baby. Oh yeah.
Shall we watch the cat burglar continue?
Cat burglar.
Yeah. Come on, he's a thief. Let's go.
Nobody's voted for anything yet. Come on, people.
Yeah, that's odd,
I still gotta go to work. Why don't you focus on other things that actually matter in life? All right. Well, What happens when the chickens get out of the coop? What happens when the slaves escape the plantation?
Oh, pause.
Whoa!
Yeah, you want to make that comparison, really? Go ahead.
So we're all slaves.
I just can't believe you went there. I mean, chickens getting out of a coop, fine. You just put the food next to the coop, they'll fucking go back in because chickens like sleeping where they sleep. But I'm not even going to address the second part of that and just say, fucking what?
Yeah, first of all, don't compare yourselves to slaves. It's never a good idea to compare yourself to slaves. Second, back in those days when the slaves got out of the plantation, they were either brought back, regardless of how they felt about it, or they weren't. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this is not like
double barrel.
It's not like a revolution begins because some slaves escape a plantation. No, there's just, a few bullets not in anyone's guns later.
Yep. If they're nice enough to use bullets.
Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna see where he's going.
If he says one more thing like that, he gets gonged on the spot.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I give it 10 seconds.
No shit.
What happens when prisoners escape the prison? What if there's more land? What if there's more resources?
No,
What if
an
there's more
infinite plane
tribes?
guy.
People who look like us and people who don't. I'm not going to use that A word. That's a Hollywood thing.
Oh, sorry, I hit. Fuck them anyway. But okay, go.
I was going to say, for Flat Earth, I hate that a lot of them have started to go on this. Yes, it could be an infinite plane. There could be other worlds. You mean there's just other fucking planets? Because we have planets now. We can go to other planets. You just want something so you can fucking go to. The whole point that Kevin was bringing up before. So, and now you're going to say, and what if there's other tribes? I won't say the A word. What, assholes like you? No, there's plenty of that. As for the aliens, that's just people from another fucking world. And if they're from another pond world, you can quite happily call them aliens. Don't make aliens as a Hollywood fucking thing. This guy's just a knob. He's a knob.
Barman, you bring up a good point because it makes it seem like when people do that whole, there might be other lands, it's basically their way of like, I want space and aliens back, but it can't be space and aliens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike, I see your hand.
Yeah, I never really understood the whole infinite plane Earth thing because, I mean, I bet you if we search, this guy's making some of the typical flat Earth parrot arguments, the dome, the second law of thermodynamics, the whatever. So which is it? You can't have both.
That's a good point. Is it a dome over all the worlds and the giant infinite plane that goes on forever? Mm-hmm. Or is it just a dome over ours and a dome over everyone else's? And then what's stopping? And then if it's a dome, you can't go to these other places anyway. It's, oh God, it raises more questions than does anything else.
And if it's an infinite plane, isn't it really just, space and the universe? And
yeah. Wad and Toad in chat. So how are meteors lobbed from other puddles? I like that one.
That's actually pretty funny.
The other tribes there with these giant catapults going, well, fucking get him this time. These fuckers saying about our fucking reptilian overlords. Fire!
Yeah. Colin, you have your hand up.
Yeah, he's obviously going on about that fake piece of document that was found in Japan, apparently, which showed land outside of an ice wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah, it's proven to be a false document that's just a made up shit. So literally, T-Stew, Flat Earth Millionaire, is talking shit.
Yeah. Nothing new there then.
So
have we binned that one off now, have we? Because he's a knob.
Yeah, I actually hit that by accident. I could bring them back if we wanted to, but I mean, do you ever unflush your toilet? No.
No.
The turd is gone.
Yeah, he was being gonged anyway for how he got to things.
Oh, he was really close as it was. Yeah, he was really close as it was.
I heard
if that's the case, after having one that referenced the dome, can we have the video about the lighting on the dome?
The lighting? I haven't got one that says lighting, unless you mean number 5 on the list.
What's that one say again?
Dome or level firmaments, plus top 5 proofs it exists.
Oh,
Flat
no.
Episode 8.
God, no, not that one. Oh, it's something
on my list.
All right, but it's interesting. Give me a second. I'll see if I can see it on the list.
Have you ever heard about this? Yeah, it's not one of the lights on domes. I've got my next 3 I've put on the list are the truth about the alcohol etymology and symbolism again, Tom Brady's occult Super Bowl ritual, or dome or level firmament plus top 5 proof it exists. Flat Earth Advanced, episode 8. How can you have advanced flat Earth? The whole idea of flat Earth is I'm too stupid to understand fucking anything, so I'm going to make up shit and call it flat. So I don't get how that works.
We don't want to.
How about a special? All sun angles work on flat Earth.
I can just straight away say no. They can't even decide where the sun raises on a flat Earth. Hence why that flat Earth clock app doesn't fucking work.
Oh, then you've got to see this video. Oh my God.
We know
Should we do colon
That's
special
one of my
next?
biggest arguments.
Well, what's the thought?
All right. I did want to see that one.
Angles?
About the sun angles, yep.
Yeah, it sounds good.
No, they don't work.
All right. Let me just make sure it's all lined
I cannot
up.
see what kind of shit they're going to make up for this because no. I hope it's not the old personal bubbles.
More than likely.
Personal local bubbles.
Right.
Because that makes logical sense.
Okay.
That was a thing.
Well, we're ready. Let's find out.
Do it.
Dive.
Here we go.
Alright YouTube, I'm back here after a year trying to finish this project. The question is, can you get the sun angles to work on a flat Earth as you would see on the globe? Now just recapping here, what I did was I took 6 locations off the same line of longitude. Alright, I placed them on this map in their prospective places according to scale. Alright, and if you recall my last video, I was using this model up here. And you'll see where the top is straight. And I could get the sun to work when it was over the equators. All the angles worked. But not when I moved the sun over, say, Tropic of Capricorn, say during the winter. Alright, so now I have this new model here. And you'll see, like, as above, so below. You'll see I got the top looking just identical to the bottom. And if this were the dome, of course, you'd be on the ground here looking up. So let me turn on my sun. We'll see how these angles line up. Right now, the sun is over the equator. This line is the equator. Okay,
Pause,
and we'll check.
Pause. I'm sorry, pause. You know, he's going to do is just like, who was it? Was it Skiba or one of those guys did the whole thing with the Fresnel lens and that shows how the sun. It's like, okay, you spent all this time trying to come up with something to make the angles work, but you have to show somehow that something is analogous to your flat Earth model. You can't just make shit up like that and say, "Hey, I came up with a way. I made this back-to-back concave lenses, and now it works." Come on, your hands raised.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, just a quickie on that. Isn't their sun supposed to be within the dome?
Yeah,
I was
not
just thinking
outside of the dome. Oh God! And this is dome on dome, so.
Yeah.
What's on the other? Is there another flat plane on the other side of the dome, and we're just happenstance?
Yeah. Or is he saying that the atmosphere does this somehow at a distance? I don't know.
Maybe the sun is in our dome, the moon is in the dome above, but we're seeing the back of the other people's sun, which is the moon, and they see the back of our sun, which is their moon, and that's why one's dark, because it goes through the thing. That makes sense. And that explains the old moonlight. Oh, wait, shit, that's not a thing.
No.
Bollocks!
No, it doesn't make sense at all.
I'm so confused now.
That's what I'm So yeah, Mike, you're right. I'm sure the sun is in the dome.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course it's in the dome, or 93 million miles away, one or the other.
or the dome is 93 million miles high.
Oh,
Yes.
could be. There you go. That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
There we go.
No, I'd actually go for it being further. How about a couple of billion astronomical units? So
Isn't it like
we never know where the dome is.
Yeah, isn't it like 93 or 94 billion light years or something like that? Cheese, you got your hand up.
I don't think there's actually an edge to the dome. I think it's an infinite dome.
An infinite dome over an infinite plane over a... Okay,
It's just spreading over the infinite, at the edge of the infinite plane.
It's growing. Oh, there you go.
I was gonna say the dome is 152 AUs high, but it's slowly getting higher because that's how far Voyager 1 is.
Voyager 1 pushing it bigger. It's strange.
Interesting side note,
Yeah,
though,
that's-
if anyone doesn't know this, I find this really interesting. This is the time of year where Voyager 1's distance from Earth actually drops because the Earth is moving in the same direction and faster.
That's cool.
That's kind of neat.
That's cool.
So when
Nice.
we come in like 6 months' time, its relative speed to us is even stupider.
Ahead, ludicrous speed. All right,
Well,
let's see where he's going to go with his stupid lens analogy.
Oh,
Because he's got to tie it into something. He has to show some evidence that this is not something he just made up out of whole cloth, and that he has some evidence that led him to believe that this is the most likely cause for the angles that we see the sun.
He's going to tie it into stupidity.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Yeah, here we go.
First location, which is over here, we're going to be looking at the dark line. And as you see, just like a year ago, they do line up. Of course they will. And we'll check the last one here. This is the hard one to see. But you can see it. Okay, now I'm going to move my sun over to the winter position. And it is, you'll notice this line here, this red line, is the Tropic of Capricorn, and the sun is not on there, but it doesn't need to be. It just needs to appear like it is from the ground. This is how we would see it. Okay, so we'll take our first location, and we're looking at this green line here to see how it lines up.
Did he cut and polish a
Okay,
solid
it's pretty
block of-
close. Not
looks like
perfect.
he done it.
Second line. It lines up very well.
Or he made up
Third
something and
position.
filled it full of water.
Lines up good. Here's the fourth one. It's a little off. And the fifth one.
A little? If that was to
a
scale,
little
it's not a
more off.
little, idiot.
But
Yeah,
the
a
reason
little
it's
more
off is because the arc is not small enough. It should be more of an arc in here. And I could change this to...
So what he's basically saying, because it's not a dome, and secondly, that's great. You're saying it works all on one fucking line, but what about people who are looking at that same sun 500 miles away in each direction and still looking in the same direction? Is that going to work with your double doming dicking idea? Because the only thing that double goes well with doesn't rhyme with, well, it does actually rhyme with dome, sort of. Starts with a D, ends with an O. Dough. Anyway, someone else.
Cheese, you got your hand up?
Yeah, I'm just thinking this. I mean, we all know it's a massive con, but this is particularly grating on me, and I can't put my finger on it. But he's got this LED, he's got this huge chunk of plastic that's nicely polished, as Mike pointed out. Isn't it the case that that piece of plastic could be any shape, and you could move the camera to any point on that shape and still see the LED, and you could say it was lined up?
I'm not sure that that's true, but he obviously spent a lot of time making those two curves to suit. He created data to fit a narrative, not the other way around. So that's my real problem with this.
Because isn't it? Wouldn't it? It's I can't put my finger on it. It's in my head. It's not a fully formed thought, but it never is on these shows. I'm thinking total internal reflection on a fiber optic, and it doesn't matter what shape you bend it because the light always goes. And
Right.
surely with a big chunk of plastic like that, it's going to be the same. Because when you're moving the camera around, you can see the light in more than one location. But particularly when he went to the corner, you could see at least two, possibly three. So really, the angles he's drawn are completely irrelevant because I could go from his light and draw a curvy line and get to the edge of the plastic and show you the edge of the plastic at the end of that curly line, and you'd see the light, and I could say to you, well, clearly that light has traveled all the way down that wavy line to get here.
Yeah. He still hasn't shown where this comes from. You know, because it really is just a situation where he's made up some data to fit a scripted narrative. He hasn't produced a conclusion off of data. So I'm not sure where he's going with this.
Well, you know what my favorite part of his whole experiment here is? How does this sun set ever?
Ever. Yeah. Colin, you have your hand up.
Yeah, just like you said, he's fitting a narrative because he's not even positioning over the Capricorn point or the Cancerian point to make sure it all works. He's actually got his solar light outside of the dome that they believe in, that everything has to be inside of because it was all made that way, and therefore that's the way it's got to be. Yeah, he's just making shit up just so that he makes his point, and it's not valid at all. I think he's wasted a whole year.
Yeah, a year. See, that's the other point that's kind of funny about this. It took him a year to do this. And what he hasn't shown is, what are these angles? Do they relate to anything on his mythical flat Earth? I mean, or is it just a demonstration to show the plausibility of spending a year of stupidity? I don't know.
Yeah. Just to reply to Ugly German Truths, he did actually say at the start, as above, so below.
Right.
So I think he is slightly biblical.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He referenced that, even though, to my understanding, that doesn't actually originate from the Bible. That phrase, as above, so below. None of them do, but you know. It's also a good movie. Throw that out there.
Is there a poll up?
I believe so. Let me look. Oh, fuck. There isn't. There we go. Oops. Damn it. Okay, it's up now. I totally forgot.
Here, let me
Damn
vote
it.
that. Vote one.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I looked it up. As above, so below does not come from the Bible. It comes from the Emerald Tablet.
Okay.
God.
Well, the votes are coming in quick.
Yeah, okay.
Little more.
Yeah. After he's just being an arsehole.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see. I think he's going to pull out fruit and start doing what if it was here, and what if it was, I don't know. This is
going to juggle the fruit. That would be cool.
Well, I'm sure he's used to juggling a few nuts in his mouth, but we'll see here.
Make it work a little bit better, but I don't think I need to. Number one, I'm out of plexiglass, right? And number two, there's too many unknown factors, like the width of the dome. I don't know what that would be. The height from the ground to the top of the dome. So I have no idea what that would be. And if I change any of these features, the height to the dome or the...
Okay, so he's pointing at the bottom of the thickness, saying the top of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
So this curved structure would be on top of the dome. So he's postulating that the sun is outside the dome then. Am I getting this?
Yes, it definitely is. And he's postulated that the dome is two-sided concave, back-to-back concave lenses. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like I don't think the dome was created using a spirograph for design. It's just kind of, Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was following along there. Okay, I'll play again here.
Say the depth of
the... good.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, he's saying they've got no sort of figures they can go for the dome or the sun or anything like that. Well, you do, because if all those points are going to line up, you should be able to work out the angles to say this is the maximum height excuse me, this is the maximum height the sun can be based on any sort of level of refraction, because at some points it's not going to work. There's going to be very few angles it will work at. So just know, we understand optics and light enough that you should be able to work that shit out. And if you're saying position, we know from angles with normal refractions, we understand the sun can be no further away than 3,000 miles on a flat Earth. If you use 2 points, because once you start adding thirds and fourths, they don't fucking work anyway. So just no to this fucking nut job at all.
Call on, you have your hand up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just reiterating, Barman, he's literally placed that solar light that he's depicting at a position to fit his narrative. So how can he even make this assumption?
Mm-hmm. And if it moves a little farther away or a little closer to his, I don't know what the fuck that piece of plexiglass wants to call that, but it would change the angles, the refraction incidence through the medium. It's going to move. So how does he know where everything is? He's just making shit up. He is inventing data to fit a preconceived conclusion.
Yeah. And of course, the big one, the sun's supposed to be inside the dome. Because above it is supposed to be the waters, and the sun's not in the water.
and as Chris Durham pointed out, the dome is apparently made of plexiglass registered trademark.
That's right.
Yeah,
there you go.
Well, look at the shape he's made. He could pretty much just sit on that, and it would squeeze right between his cheeks, and therefore the idea can go back where it fucking came from.
That's right.
So I was half right with my dildo analogy earlier then.
Absolutely. You were totally, you knew it, right? You could feel it.
Oh.
Had to polish the plexiglass somehow.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Shall we then?
Yeah.
If I change that, it's going to change the angle a little. So I think I proved my case. In figuring if the sun could work on a flat Earth model, it would work. Okay, looks like my cat jumped up on the counter there. But I think I mentioned everything I want to. If I
that was the most interesting part.
Want to say anything else here, what I'll do is I'll leave it in the description.
Give him some attention.
Anyway.
Enjoy. The cat's like, you're a fucking idiot.
And that's the end.
Yay!
Even a
just want to throw out there, Ugly Geometry comes up with a great thing. And how hot would the sun have to be if it still feels warm on the skin all the way to the planet's surface when it's got a dome in the way? And surely the dome would radiate all the heat down as well, so it'd be
evenly heated. Yeah, so it should be hottest where the dome touches the Earth.
I just remembered that Stephen King's Under the Dome, this is a main plot point, that the dome will eventually get too hot for human life.
No, but that's what that shape on top of the dome, that's the ductwork, man. It's to make sure that we have it's for heating and cooling. I think actually Beaver just got the contract to take care of that.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that was good. That was good. These guys are nutballed. Absolutely nutballed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Christ. Right, where are we? We have 25 minutes there. About. I think we've definitely got time to fit in some more stupid hell yes.
All right.
Do we want more dome, or should we have a look at this Tom Brady's occult Super Bowl ritual, or do you want me to pick something else?
Fuck Tom Brady.
I'm curious.
I'm from Britain. I don't know who he is.
Ritual. I'm curious about that.
He's a quarterback. Used to play for the New England Patriots. And
he's the cheaty guy, isn't he?
Patriots. He just won his 7th Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay. He's like Joe Montana, except he cheats, right? You know.
at least I've heard of Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike. Tom Brady and virtually most of the ex-New England Patriot team moved to Tampa, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Him and Gronk. Yep.
Oh boy.
Ron Gronkowski, yeah.
Is it bad that the only thing I know about Tom Brady is the famous Tom Brady pose, that sitting down with his hands between his, like with his hands in front of him and his legs stuck out, and that was like parodied like 1 million times?
Yeah, no, that's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's okay because see, I'm living in New England. I'm a Giants fan, so I have to hear a lot about Tom Brady because they all love him. And those guys that were diehard Patriots fans, a lot of them now are Tampa Bay fans just because he went there.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
hey,
fuck.
Mike, we got something in common. I've been following the Giants since about 1986.
Oh, yeah?
Cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
They won the Super Bowl in 86.
Oh, yeah. It was a brilliant year. And 86, 87, 2 years on the trot, wasn't it?
86,
Wicked.
the year I was born, you old people.
Oh, shut up.
Should we have a look at it then?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Tom Brady it is then? Okay.
Tom
86.
Brady.
Jesus. Barman, I was out getting laid.
It was 87.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
Okay, here we go.
So what were we watching?
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oops, I fucked that right up. Hold on a second. Babble, 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 babble.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk some stuff.
Okay. All right, here we go. That guy who deflated a football with his prick or whatever. Here we go.
Yes, there you go.
Superstitions going into the game? Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. I always, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game because she just wills it so much. And so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids. And I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones. And she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. I say all these mantras.
Goat pause.
Goat pause.
So first of all, half that stuff he does just to keep his wife happy.
Yeah.
Second of all, I completely forgot that football players are notoriously superstitious.
Yeah.
Well, that would be professional sports players in general in the U.S.
Yeah.
Baseball, football, they're just...
To do the whole healing stones and stuff, I mean, she must have a beaver like a snapping turtle, man. The guy lives in fear.
If you look at what he said, though, it's all about like willing and having the image and going for wins and stuff like that. How is this a cult to start with? It's just if you take the real basis of it, the self-confidence and stones. Okay, no one cares about the stones, but self-confidence, okay.
But Barman, he said altar.
Oh,
altars are only used by occultists ever.
I've called my bar an altar. It's an altar to alcohol.
That's
right. I've worshipped it. I worshipped at Barman's bar. I've worshipped at his bar.
Dear God.
That's literally what it is. He took the fact that he said alter and just ignored the fact that he mentioned that most of this he does to keep his wife happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He follows the woo because his wife says so. We're going to use stones and crystals and,
For whatever reason, I'm going to sound incredibly sexist here. For whatever reason, when women get into woo, they tend to get into crystals and stuff. When men get into woo, they get into dumb shit like flat earth.
Yeah. And let's face it, putting a couple of crystals in the windowsill because they're going to get charged by moonlight is pretty harmless because you just go, yeah, come to bed, honey. But at least you don't have to listen to her babble on while she's chained to a fucking water heater or something, right?
And at least you can actually make out that, all those crystals really worked, dear. I really had a lot of good form last night. Oh, did you, darling?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh man!
Well, he did win the Super Bowl, so it must be working for the 7th.
All right.
I like how they put the initials GOAT after his name.
Yeah.
All right. Should we see what other weird stuff he does before a game?
Yeah.
All right.
Who actually reported this?
And I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about 4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks, and she said, you better listen.
About
this
4
is your
years
year,
ago?
but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. And I did all those things, and by God, you know, it worked. It was pretty good. And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you? And I said, yeah. And she said, I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year. Oh. And of course we lost. I said, what does 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. So it was early January this year, and I said, babe, I asking, like, do we have a chance? And she said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work, and you're really going to have to listen to me. So I listened to her.
So, first things first, if anyone's doing any betting, can we get details from his wife? Because his wife's obviously a fucking witch. See, she's the occultist.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, how is he doing a video about his wife?
Yeah.
Right. So who are you picking in the 4th?
yeah, exactly, right?
But hey, can she actually predict the spread, please?
That'd be good.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the bits his wife says, yeah, you're gonna have to work, you're gonna have to do this. So basically, I'm giving you some confidence. You're gonna have to just fucking try really hard and you'll win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, either that or he literally calls the racetracks local to make sure that snapping turtles are allowed. Like, come on,
I will say some of this is a little annoying with the whole, like, it kind of sounds like he's being brainwashed by his wife, which to a degree he kind of is. But people can, like, really screw up their lives if they buy into, like, woo and crystal and luck shit. Like, I have a relative who divorced her husband because a Ouija board told her to.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. What was she on
Wow.
at the time? Because, it's kind of a specific thing for a Ouija board to be telling you, divorce your husband now.
Yeah.
It was the 80s, who knows?
I was just gonna say, is her best friend now dating the guy, and she was there doing the Ouija board, but not pushing it at all? No, it wasn't her.
Yeah, there you go.
Or maybe she just wanted a little spirit in her. Got any alcohol?
Dear me.
The fact he's pointing out she didn't predict the game. She told him not to win. That's totally the thing. When she said this year is not going to be your year, because
Power
she
suggestion.
said that to him, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just makes him a bigger idiot, though, doesn't it?
It does. It does. We all fall for, like, psychosomatic and, like, basically every human is susceptible to the placebo effect.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugly German Truth in Sat was saying he was at home too often and she wanted to send him to train more because obviously she's shagging the butler or whatever and just wanted the peace and quiet. Maid, whatever.
Pool boy.
Yes, he's American pool boy, yes.
That's right.
Right, are we having more of the stupid?
Well, I think we don't have a choice, so yeah.
Of course we
do.
do.
It's 5:20. It's 5:20. So should we do one last round of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And right after the game, she said, "See, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine." She said, "You're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch."
Well, there you go.
Damn.
He admits it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either that or she's in the other team's locker room going, yes. Yeah. She's in the other team's locker room going, if you play really shit, I'll suck you all off after the match. Just keep your husband happy.
Oh man! Wow.
Either that or
Yeah,
she's just manipulating him to manipulate the spread.
If you're after some context on that one, I found that video through Russian vids.
Oh, wow.
Of course.
Yeah, because I'm figuring there's a lot of manipulating the spread somewhere in that. I'm just not sure where.
Because that's Russian Vid's whole thing, though. Lies in the news, truth in movies and TV, which just makes no friggin' sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
He says that all the time. He pulled up a promo photo from V for once, the miniseries, and
what?
Yeah, and one of the characters is sitting near some kind of prop that looks vaguely like a kind of dome shape, and he goes, "Look, they're warning you about the dome." And I'm like,
oh, fuck.
That isn't even in the TV show. That's just a promo photo.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, he's weird.
RV for you.
Yeah. So
wow.
Look, it's very simple. Like I've said a million times. He's the most repetitive person on the planet.
Yes. Yeah, just like the brilliant expat Taffy there.
Oh my god.
It's got to be repetitive though. I mean, he doesn't have any new material to work with, so just like every other flat earther, he's just got to keep pushing that narrative, the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Crazy.
Yeah, so what do we got on the list?
Well,
what time?
I think it's 23 minutes past now. Cheesemondo starts at 35 minutes. So I think we'll do a bit of just general shitty wrap-up chattiness, and then that gives everyone time to get another beer, get a pee, and all the other things, and I can check on my pizza in the oven. And then we'll be in perfect time for after show.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna...
Yeah, I'll be 10 minutes late to the after show because I got to get my little monster fed and whatnot and do a little house juggling, but I won't be long.
Cool. So we'll go round and talk to everyone. I'll start with Cheese so he can do anything he needs to do. Cheese, you joined us late, but have you enjoyed yourself? And what was your biggest bit of stupid you saw tonight?
I don't know. I need to get a chunk of Perspex and polish the end of it because it's not sitting well in my head and I can't figure out why. And I hate you all for making me want to do that. This has been a lot of fun. I'd like to welcome you all to my personal dome later this evening.
Nice, thanking you. Colon, you probably helped pick some of that, you bastard. Which was your favourite stupid bit? Oh, you see, everyone send the hate mail to Colon. His address is colon@rectum.com.
Rectum all the time. No, honestly, it's always fun to find this shit and to listen to you guys debunk it. Also, it's all wicked, especially Mr. Dome Man and Cheese. Are you polishing something? I'm not really sure about. I want to watch that.
There's a whole separate stream.
That's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I thought I was bad. Dick, after all the technical glitches, are you happy with tonight? And did you enjoy the stupid?
Fuck yeah, that was awesome. Great evening, lots of fun and whatnot. That whole thing with seriously, I want to do a thing coming up. I'm going to do a little video where I try to encourage everybody to get in on this. But we got to get to a point where creators start getting on Microsoft to say, look, stop it. Just stop it. Some of us use software mixers and whatnot, and we can't have you guys resetting audio stuff every fucking time. Like my system will go crazy just because I unplug and plug in a mic. Oh, you want that to be your default now? No, I was just unplugging it to change the where the wire goes or something. Like fuck, just fuck off. So yeah, but I'm good. A great night.
Totally agree with Dick. Totally, I do agree with Dick.
Oh, next on my list, we've got Kevin, which I know hates Windows because he did an entire fucking rant at it. Kev, you enjoyed yourself this evening?
I have been saying for years that Windows desperately needs an I'm not an idiot button. It needs the I know what I'm doing, leave me alone button, but they just won't do it. Although, as someone in the chat will surely point out, that button might exist. It's called Linux. So. Also, I was going to say something about somebody we debunked. Oh, Mike Bloomberg's gross, but he's probably not a reptile.
Probably not. Michelle Bertelson. Oh, yeah. Michelle Bertelson, enjoyed yourself tonight. What was your favorite moment of stupid?
I think it was the double concave dome with the sun flying around somewhere to something with nothing to prove anything. Yeah, that was it. And yeah, and Bloomberg, he's just an old guy. Leave him alone.
Oh, and last but not least, Aimee Woo, have you enjoyed yourself to do?
Oh my goodness, I had so much fun. I've been muted the last half of the evening because I've been laughing so hard, especially at the comments everybody's making. So those were great. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, these people are just crazy. Yeah. Mike Bloomberg, yeah, he ran for president and had a snowball's chance in hell, but you know, hey, it was but I don't think he's a lizard. He's just needs to wash his hands more. That's all.
I love it.
But I had a great time. Thank you so much. Don't forget we have the after show, and tomorrow we have the uncalled for, and we should be having, if I remember correctly, we should be having the premiere of Pain of Progress this week too as well. So just keep your eyes, just keep tuned to this space, and that should be great. Thank you so much, everyone.
As far as I remember, Pain of Progress should be 11 o'clock GMT, so 11 UTC
Correct.
In the evening, obviously. So really looking forward to that one. Me and Colon aren't doing poker tomorrow, afraid for everyone. Wifey relationship days, so it's going to be day on sofa, cooking nice meal. So everyone enjoy a day of just no poker. Go to NASA 33 thingy-mabobby. They do good shows.
Bunker.
They'll probably do. That's the one.
I don't fuck it up and go to Black Site with those two fucking idiots. Go to NASA Bunker.
My brain was blanked then. I can smell my pizza and I'm like, I don't want to get the name wrong. All I can think about is my pizza in the oven.
Go to uncalled for first.
Yes. So on that note, I think it's time for us all to go. We've got 6 minutes to get ready for after show. Everyone get ready. Everyone say good night. And Dick, press the button. 3, 2, 1. Good night.
Good night, babies.